A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everyone and welcome to A+ English. I'm Pat.
I'm Kathy.
So Kathy, what do you know about Okinawa?
Well, Okinawa is surrounded by beautiful blue waters. It's perfect for diving with colorful gem-like fish surrounding around the beautiful coral reefs, 珊瑚礁. And I've even heard that Okinawans use every part of the pig for cooking. In fact, there is even a saying that goes, everything but its cry is eaten. 冲绳人呢，他们号称说，除了猪的叫声以外，全部都可以吃，将整个猪呢完美的善用。So, what about you, Pat?
Let's see, Okinawa. It's in Japan.
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
I know that much. It's south of Japan and it's mostly islands. I know that, I don't know if you still can, but you definitely used to be able to get a big boat, a ferry from Geelong, and they would go over to Okinawa and let you sort of visit the islands for a few hours and then come back, because my wife and her mum, they did that a couple of times. They went over to Okinawa on the boat, and my wife said being on the boat was very boring.
Really?
She didn't find it fun at all. She thought the food was okay, and most people just waited until they were out to sea a bit, then just gambled. But anyway, that's pretty much all I know. I think there was a US Army base on Okinawa once. Maybe there still is. But anyway, today's article is about something that happened in Okinawa. Unfortunately, it's not good news. But let's read through our article and find out what happened.
Terrible fire at Shuri Castle in Okinawa.
Sadly, a famous and historic castle and its art are now lost. Shuri Castle in Okinawa, Japan, caught fire on October 31st, 2019. However, the fire did not burn all of the buildings. Shuri Castle was very important in the Ryukyu Kingdom between the 15th and the 19th centuries. Japan's enemies destroyed it in 1945 during World War II. Okinawa rebuilt the castle in 1992 and opened it as part of the Shuri Castle Park. They used wood from Taiwanese trees to rebuild it. The parts of Shuri Castle from the Ryukyu Kingdom became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2000. Japan plans to rebuild this important symbol of Okinawa again.
Word power!
Castle. Castle. Kings and queens once lived in this castle, but now it's a museum. Kings and queens once lived in this castle, but now it's a museum. Building. Building. Two of Taiwan's famous buildings are Taipei 101 and Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. Two of Taiwan's famous buildings are Taipei 101 and Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. Wood. Wood. Jamie cut down a tree and made a table from its wood. Jamie cut down a tree and made a table from its wood. Symbol. Symbol. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of friendship between the U.S. and France. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of friendship between the U.S. and France.
任
historic, lost, destroy, rebuild.
So we begin the article by saying, sadly, a famous and historic castle and its art are now lost. So we started this sentence with the adverb sadly, which we use when what follows will be bad news, sad news, or something else that will make the listener feel sad. Another word we could use in this situation is unfortunately.
一开头让我们来看一个副词 sadly， 令人伤心的、可惜、悲伤的。这个字呢，可以放在句首来强调语气的副词。那为了凸显强调的成分呢，会把强调的部分放到句子的前面，句首这个位置。Sadly, a famous and historic castle and its art are now lost. 很可惜的，一座著名、历史悠久的城堡以及它的艺术呢，如今已不存在。Sadly 是用来修饰后面的这句哦 ，a famous and historic castle 这个句子表示很不幸、很悲伤的。
So this news story is all about a castle. So
Yes.
let's explain that word before we look at the adjectives that describe it. The word castle is spelled C-A-S-T-L-E, castle. It's a noun and it's today's first word power word. So let's take a look at it. A castle is a strong building, usually made of stone, and it's built to protect the people who live in it or to protect an area. Often, an important local leader will live there, maybe even a king or queen. Often, castles are a safe place that people from nearby can go into and be safe in times of danger. However, many castles in England were built so the people living there could control the ones who lived nearby. Castles have high, thick walls and strong towers, and some are just big and strong. Others, though, can be very beautiful. Here's an example sentence. Kings and queens once lived in this castle, but now it's a museum. Kings and queens once lived in this castle, but now it's a museum.
我们来看今天第一个 word power word castle 城堡。The Baron lived in a strong castle. 男爵住在一座呢坚固的城堡当中。有一个和 castle 这个字有关的片语叫做 castle in the air 空中楼阁。What he is talking about is just a castle in the air. 他所谈论的一切只不过是空中楼阁。课文的例句这边说呢，这座城堡里一度呢住着历代国王与王后，但现在呢这里是博物馆。The castle in the article, we call it a historic castle.
That's right. If something is historic, it is famous and important to history. We could call something a historic decision, for example.
Historic 这个形容词意思是历史上著名的、具历史意义的，是从 history 这个字来的。有重要历史意义的，我们称之为 of historic importance. And we say that the castle is lost.
Yeah, here lost doesn't mean we can't find it. It means it's gone and we'll never get it back. For example, many famous paintings are lost. They were damaged or burned or painted over, and now we can never enjoy them.
Lost 这个字一般的解释是不见的意思，但是课文当中这里的意思是指消失，永远不会再回来了，是可能因为遭遇到损坏，或是因为发生什么事情而导致它消失的。
So what happened to this castle? We see that Shuri Castle in Okinawa, Japan, caught fire on October 31st, 2019. If something catches fire, then a fire, usually a large one, starts there and burns some things.
那为什么城堡会消失呢？原因是因为冲绳的首里城在2019年10月31的时候着火了。Caught fire 是 catch fire 的过去式，着火、起火。而在什么日期着火的？这里记得用 on October 31st. That's awful.
It is, and though the castle isn't all gone, We see in the article that, however, the fire did not burn all of the buildings. The word building, B-U-I-L-D-I-N-G, building is a noun, and our next word power word. Let's see what this one means. A building is anything that people make to live, work, or do something else inside. We use materials like stone, metal, or wood, and we make a walls, a roof, a floor, and most of the time, several rooms inside. A castle is one kind of building. Buildings can be small, like a little one-room apartment, or huge, like Taipei 101. Two of Taiwan's famous buildings are Taipei 101 and Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. Here's the sentence again. Two of Taiwan's famous buildings are Taipei 101 and Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall.
文章接着告诉我们呢，即便城堡着火，不过火势并没有全部将建筑物整个都烧毁。Building 是名词，指的是建筑物或是房屋。例如 I work in the tallest building in Taipei. 我在台北最高的大楼上班。动词是 build 建造。课文的例句说，台北101和中正纪念堂是台湾2栋有名的建筑物。
So, let's find out about Shuri Castle. The article says, Shuri Castle was very important in the Ryukyu Kingdom between the 15th and the 19th centuries.
我们再来看有关这个城堡相关的资讯。这里说呢，15到19世纪的时候，首里城在琉球王国中是非常重要的。
Next, we learn that Japan's enemies destroyed it in 1945 during World War II. To destroy something means to use force to break or damage something to the point where it can no longer be used.
但是呢，好景不长，日本人的敌人在1945年的时候呢，2次世界大战时摧毁了这个城堡。Destroy 是破坏、摧毁。A fire destroyed the house. 一场火呢，毁坏那座房屋。这里的 it 指的就是 the castle.
So the article goes on to say, Okinawa rebuilt the castle in 1992 and opened it as part of the Shuri Castle Park. To rebuild something means to build something again. The building was already there, but it needed more building work, either to repair damage, make it more modern, make it larger, and so on.
那冲绳呢，在1992年的时候重建了这个城堡，并且把它当作首里城公园的一部分对外开放。To rebuild 就是重建，这个字呢很好记 ，re 就是重新的意思。那你后面加上 build， 整个加起来就是重建。因为遭到破坏需要修复，因此就重建这个 castle。
Now we see that they used wood from Taiwanese trees to rebuild it. Here, the word they just means the people who rebuilt the castle. We also saw the word wood, W-O-O-D, wood, in this sentence. Wood is a noun and our next word power word, so let's check it out. So as you can probably guess from our sentence in the article, wood is the material that comes from trees. There are many different kinds of wood. Harder woods, softer woods, darker woods and lighter woods. Some kinds of wood are better for building, others make nice furniture. Here's an example. Jamie cut down a tree and made a table from its wood. Jamie cut down a tree and made a table from its wood.
文章这里提到呢，他们用台湾的树木来重建他们的城堡。Wood 是木材，那这里的 they 指的是重建城堡的人。我们来看一个和 wood 有关的片语，叫做 knock on wood， 就是好险哦的意思。那对早期的西方人来说，木质的十字架呢有庇护的功能。敲打木头 knock on wood 可以带来好运跟平安，所以呢，当他们提到某件不好的事绝不会发生在自己身上的时候，又不愿呢如此夸口一语成谶招来厄运的时候，人们就会在讲 knock on wood 好险的同时轻敲木头， 避免厄运真的发生。课文的例句这边说呢 ，Jamie 砍下了一棵树，并用他的木头做成一张桌子。
We also find out about the castle that the parts of Shuri Castle from the Ryukyu Kingdom became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2000. UNESCO is an organization that's part of the UN and it recognizes important places and tries to make sure they are kept in good condition.
琉球王国首里城的部分地区在2000年的时候被联合国教科文组织列为世界的遗产。UNESCO 的全名呢是 United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization， 非常长的一个名字哦，联合国教育、科学及文化组织。So if the castle was rebuilt once, can it be rebuilt again?
Well, we see from the final sentence of the article that Japan plans to rebuild this important symbol of Okinawa again. So it's kind of rebuild, I guess. Now here we use the word symbol, S-Y-M-B-O-L, symbol, which is another noun and today's final word, power word. If something is a symbol for something else, it stands for that thing. It represents that with its meaning. Like Taipei 101 is kind of a symbol for Taipei, the Eiffel Tower is a symbol of Paris, and Tower Bridge is a symbol of London. When people see these things, they think of the country or city or area that they come from. The things symbols represent are usually ideas or things that don't have a physical form, like a dove is a symbol of peace. Here's another example. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of friendship between the US and France. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of friendship between the US and France.
所以这个我们看到说，文章说日本计划再次重建冲绳的这个重要象征的标志。我们来看一下 symbol 这个字是名词，指的是象征、标志的意思，可以把这个字用在比喻上面。例如 ，The white bird is a symbol of freedom。这个白色的鸟是自由的象征。We use X as a symbol for an unknown quantity。我们用 X 表示一个未知数。例句课文这边说，自由女神像是美法两国间友谊的象征，因此 the castle is an important symbol of the island of Okinawa, so Japan plans to rebuild it.
Now that's the end of today's article, so let's go first to today's magic box and then come back for our review time activity.
Magic Box 找亮点。
嗨，大家好，我是 Peggy， 今天要为大家带来一则不幸的消息哈。Unfortunately, you will be having your English listening test today. 很不幸的，今天大家要进行英听小考哦。哎，开玩笑的啦，吓唬你们一下。今天其实是要教大家这个可以放在句子前面修饰句子或是强调语气的副词用法，不要紧张。有时候啊，我们会需要评论一个状况，比如说小明千钧一发死里逃生，他好幸运；某人发生了某件衰事，好可怜；这次比赛以1分之差输给对手，好遗憾等等，都可以用到这个用法。比如说像是这个句子 ：Luckily, Samuel got out of the burning house before it collapsed. 幸运的是 ，Samuel 在着火的房子倒塌之前逃了出来。这里就是用 luckily 放在句首来形容 Samuel 逃出升天这件事情。可以这样用的副词其实有不少，这边给大家介绍几个好用的。像我刚刚讲的 luckily 大家都知道了吧，就是幸运的意思。另外一个跟 luckily 很类似的字则是 fortunately F-O-R-T-U-N-A-T-E-L-Y 也就是幸运的意思。相反的，要说某件事情很不幸啊，很遗憾，就可以在 fortunately 前面加上 un 变成 unfortunately。 另一个很类似的字呢，则是 sadly， 就是 sad 难过后面直接加上 ly 变成副词，就是拿来形容某件事情啊很让人难过啊，可能有点遗憾的意思咯。然后还有一个蛮好用的字叫做 obviously， 也就是明显的意思，拼法是 obviously。这些字呢，刚刚讲的这些字都可以直接挂在最前面，后面加一个逗点。然后后面再接你想形容的句子，这样就可以了。其实超简单的。最后来做个小练习吧，请用 sadly 造这个句子。很令人难过的是 ，Daniel 的奶奶上周过世了。
The answer is sadly, Daniel's grandmother passed away last week. 你答对了吗
？Wait for it, it's review time. 复习时间到喽。
Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a castle quiz to see what we know about castles. So if you will ask me the questions, I'll see if I can give you the answers.
The first one is, who lives in Windsor Castle?
Windsor Castle. Okay,
Yes.
that's an easy one for me. It's in the UK. It is, of course, Queen Elizabeth II. Windsor Castle is the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world, which means it's the biggest one that somebody actually uses as a home. All right, so have you got another one for me?
Okay. Which castle in Walt Disney supposed to have used as an idea for Sleeping Beauty's castle?
Okay, the Sleeping Beauty castle that you see in the Disneylands and on the little video at the start of Disney. I did find that one out at some point. That is Neuschwanstein. Which is kind of how you say it. I might have got it wrong. It's in Germany. Some people say another big walled city called Carcassonne in southern France. Do you want to give the Chinese translations for those two castle names?
Okay, 一个是新天鹅堡，一个是卡尔卡松。
Okay. All right, I've got one for you now.
Okay.
Do you know what is special about the castle near the town of Adilsavaz? I think that's how you say it, in Turkey.
In Turkey.
Yeah.
It's underwater.
That is correct.
And this 3,000-year-old castle is in a lake.
Yep, it's actually under the water of a lake. Why would you put a castle there? It's for the fish? I don't know. Okay, what do we say about this one?
土耳其它的反湖呢，这个湖底金建3000年前，它是一个古堡的废墟，所以它是一个城堡在这个湖里面。Very interesting.
Maybe the land has changed at some point and what was once a high point is now a low point. Okay, that's all we have time for about castles right now. Thanks for watching, everybody. For A+ English, I'm Pat.
I'm Kathy.
We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Terrible fire at Shuri Castle in Okinawa.
Sadly, a famous and historic castle and its art are now lost. Shuri Castle in Okinawa, Japan, caught fire on October 31st, 2019. However, the fire did not burn all of the buildings. Shuri Castle was very important in the Ryukyu Kingdom between the 15th and the 19th centuries. Japan's enemies destroyed it in 1945 during World War II. Okinawa rebuilt the castle in 1992 and opened it as part of the Shuri Castle Park. They used wood from Taiwanese trees to rebuild it. The parts of Shuri Castle from the Ryukyu Kingdom became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2000. Japan plans to rebuild this important symbol of Okinawa again.
Word power!
Castle. Castle. Kings and queens once lived in this castle, but now it's a museum. Kings and queens once lived in this castle, but now it's a museum. Building. Building. Two of Taiwan's famous buildings are Taipei 101 and Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. Two of Taiwan's famous buildings are Taipei 101 and Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. Wood. Wood. Jamie cut down a tree and made a table from its wood. Jamie cut down a tree and made a table from its wood. Symbol. Symbol. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of friendship between the U.S. and France. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of friendship between the U.S. and France.
认识字汇。
Historic. Lost. Destroy. Rebuild.